All right, here's your lesson on the nervous system. Again, we're going to go pretty surface on this. We're not going to go crazy in depth, but you're going to learn the basics of kind of what the nervous system does and how it works in your body. So what is the function of the nervous system? Well, it does a lot. It's like the whole on control center of you. So it coordinates and controls the actions of all organs and organ systems. It detects, processes, and responds to changes in external and internal environments. So like somebody touches you, well, you perceive that because your nervous system, and then it actually interprets or processes what happened, and then you also respond to it by moving out of the way or whatever. That's your nervous system doing all of that, basically causing the signals to take place and the processing of information. External being environments outside of you and internal being inside of you. It's also regulating and making sure everything is going okay inside of you. So for example, when your heart starts to beat faster, that's your nervous system telling your heart to do that. So nervous system tissues are made of specialized cells called neurons, and they send and receive messages. Now there's other cells in the nervous system as well, but neurons are the star. They are the main kind of functional cells in your nervous system. They're the ones that we care about the most. So here's a pretty diagram showing all sorts of things that you're not going to learn about at this level, but lots of different nerves. And look how it spreads throughout the whole body. Hooray. So the structure of nerve cells. Nervous tissues are made out of specialized cells, nerve cells called neurons. These neurons send and receive messages. Neurons are really neat. We're going to take a look at a diagram in a second. But neurons receive messages from small branches of the cell called dendrites, which kind of go out like little fingers from the neuron. And then incoming messages are passed from the dendrites to the axon, which is this long tube on the neuron. And the axon carries messages from one cell to the neighboring nerve cell as well. So if we take a look, this is a picture of a neuron. So here you see all of these dendrites. So the dendrites are like fingers that go out and receive messages. And then once a message is received, then it goes down through the axon and goes to the end where it communicates with other neurons. And so your neurons will all be kind of like interconnected in order to send signals and perceive signals and so on. And actually, when your brain is learning things, you're actually like just building connections between neurons. You're creating connections that weren't there before. And this is happening all the time in your brain. Okay, but neurons are how signals are sent throughout your body. The brain controls your body's response to various stimuli. So stimuli being anything that happens to your body, right? Any kind of input would be a stimulus or plural stimuli. So your brain is divided into the left and the right side, into two hemispheres. The left side of your brain actually controls the right side of your body, while the right side of your brain actually controls the left side of your body, interestingly enough. This image here kind of shows how like the left side of your brain is more about like factual stuff, sequences, concrete thinking, while the right brain is all artsy and abstract and so on. This has kind of been like a myth that's gone around that I think for the most part has just been somewhat debunked in terms of, you know, certain things exist on certain parts of the brain, creativity and so on. But what is true is that different parts of your brain are responsible for different functions. So if we take a look at this diagram, and you do not have to know these parts of the brain, this is a big no. You do have to know that the left side of your brain controls the right side of your body, and the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body, but that's it. But if you take a look at this, you can see all of these different kind of parts of your brain. So if you look at the parietal lobe up here, that's knowing your right from left. Sensations, being able to read, body orientation, all that kind of stuff. Frontal lobe is where a lot of your deep thinking happens, your problem solving, your emotional traits, your reasoning, your speaking, voluntary motor activity. That's all your frontal lobe. So that does a lot of what makes you you. The occipital lobe is for vision and color perception. So this is kind of like at the very back of your head right here. We have the cerebellum, which is all about balance, coordination and control of voluntary movement, and fine muscle control. Your brainstem. This is like your basic bodily functions: breathing, body temperature, digestion, Alertness, sleep, swallowing, all those very, very important and basic things are in your brainstem. And then the temporal lobe, shown in blue here, is about understanding language, behavior, memory, hearing. So different parts of your brain are responsible for different things. Some people's brains are a little bit different than others, right? But what's really neat about the brain is if some part of the brain is actually damaged or whatever, the other part of the brain can actually compensate, which is just fascinating. Our brain is so elastic and always changing, and it's just an incredible, incredible organ. So this is what a brain looks like. This is, I think, like a sheep's brain or something. So you can actually see, for example, the brain stem right here. And then from there, it's just like this kind of bunch of foldy, fatty stuff. And that's what a brain looks like. So there's a brain. Okay. So at the end of the day, what's important for you to know? Well, you should know the fact that neurons are like the main type of specialized cell in your nervous system. You should know what the nervous system does, which basically is perceive stuff, and then it processes stuff, and then it actually allows you to move and have a response. It's kind of like the big control center of your whole body, right? It's controlling everything that happens through the nervous system. And you also should understand a little bit about neurons, that you have these dendrites that receive messages. It goes through the axons, which is that long kind of piece here, the axon in the middle with the myelin sheath around it, but the axon is what we care about, and that the signal travels through there and then goes to other neurons to pass the signal along. And then also just know about the brain. A little bit about the brain, that we have the left and the right hemisphere of the brain, that the right controls the left-hand side of your body and the left of your brain controls the right-hand side of your body. And you don't have to know this stuff, but it's just interesting. Okay, well, that's it. Really easy. That's the nervous system. I'll leave it there and have a good rest of your day.